There's a mango Baja Blast now, Chris.
Oh, really? What's it called?
Baja Mango Gem, I think.
Yeah.
And then there's a pineapple one.
I would try that, but I'd be way more excited to try the mango one.
Dude,
Yeah.
I need to find it, and I can't find it anywhere around me.
Dude, there's probably like, this is probably for real. There's probably Facebook groups and shit, bro.
There are.
That that tell
there's
you
a Discord.
where shit's available.
They have a Discord.
Yeah, Mountain Dew has a whole on Discord.
What?
Yeah,
Dude, how many
I was
people
part of
are
it
in
for a
that
little
shit?
while.
There's like 100,000 people in that shit.
Oh, dude,
It's
lot.
gotta be.
There's a lot.
Wow.
Oh man. Well, shit, boys. Why don't we get into it?
Yeah, I'm down.
Let's do it in 3, 2.
What's going on, friends? It's your boy Stan Tenacious TX Vapes. You are listening to the sexiest podcast since Betty White, and now, Shedtime.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's another Shedtime Sunday for us, which means it's whatever kind of a fun day you guys want to make it, because you're in charge when you play the Shedtime podcast. And we are back at it like some crack addicts. So, as you kind of heard right there at the beginning, Mountain Dew dropping new flavors. There's over 32 different varieties of Mountain Dew, which is insane.
That is crazy.
Yeah, it blows my goddamn mind that is even like an actual factual thing, that there's that many types of Mountain Dew in this world. But they're dropping new Baja Blasts, and that excites the shit out of both me and James.
Hey, me,
sure.
dude. I used to.
Dude.
I still will fuck with a fucking Baja Blast.
I'm drinking one right now. That's what started the whole conversation with me and James, is that like my wife sent me a text message. It was like, "You want anything from the store?" I'm like, yeah, I would love a Baja Blast, please.
I want one right now, but I'm just gonna have to either settle for a Code Red or just the old standard Dew.
I'm just gonna have water, but like, it doesn't mean I'm not jealous of that Baja Blast.
Oh man, but yeah, there's a new Baja that's gonna be a mango flavor. There's gonna be a Baja that's pineapple.
They're dropping a new fruit punch.
Yeah, the Tropical Typhoon just released. There's a whole bunch of new wild shit. There's the ones that are all special, like
the store exclusives, like that.
Yeah.
The purple one, I don't know what it is. I think it's like a plum something or another. I don't know. I have to look.
A plum? Wow, that's unique.
It was weird. I can't find it though. I was looking at it earlier. Let me go back here.
Good old Wikipedia literally has a page
right here. It's called Purple Thunder, and it is a why can't I see what it says? God damn it. It won't
It's
tell me.
Pretty fucking unbelievable that like Mountain Dew has 32 flavors though, for real. Like, what other pop company has ever kind of done anything close to that, man?
Yeah, there's a exclusive with Sam's Club.
It's plum and berry. Blackberry and plum. That's what it is.
What's the exclusive to Sam's Club?
So Mountain Dew Berry Monsoon is exclusive to Sam's Club. And give me 1 second to do this so I can tell you a little more. A berry lime variant exclusive to Sam's Club locations.
Dude, they're doing a Baja Energy too, along with Deep Dive. What is Deep Dive? Hold on. I found this whole other article. It's a mystery flavor. Baja Deep Dive. It's going to come in a can.
I never really liked mystery flavors. I always just like need to know.
It's a purple can. So I'm wondering if it may be like a grape situation. But it's also got these crazy looking seeds. The can art's pretty dope. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I've always got to give a shout out to Mountain Dew for their can art. because they do some pretty dope shit. Did you guys remember when they did that like limited edition like aluminum bottle release with like all like the different like graffiti and shit on them? I collected every one of those bottles at one point.
That's dope. I like that. Did you guys ever try the peach one that's at KFC?
No, I tried it, hated it, gross.
No, I've never tried it.
It's weird. I tried
like
it. I thought it was okay, but I wouldn't try it again.
Yeah, I would never buy it again. Never. It was not. It was not good. But dude, I'm super stoked about all these new flavors.
Whoa, there's one. What the hell is what brand is this? Oh, it's Come and Go. If anybody has a Come and Go or a Sheets around them, they have an exclusive Mountain Dew called Atomic Blue, and apparently it's a blue lemonade.
See, I don't even know what that is.
Ooh.
I've never even heard of Sheets.
I've
Like
seen,
you're on Wikipedia, aren't you?
yeah, I've seen Come and Goes though. They're like not in Massachusetts, but they're near us.
I've seen Sheets before, like on like road trips.
There's Bojangles has an exclusive. It's called Mountain Dew Southern Shock, and it's a fruit punch variant just for Bojangles.
Dude, I remember going to like one of those chains, and it was actually pretty good. It was pretty good, man.
Where are you finding all like the
further down the Wikipedia of Mountain Dew flavors and variants? I'm looking at one right now. Red Lobster has a Dew-garita, a margarita made with Mountain Dew, the first official alcoholic Mountain Dew product.
Wow.
What? Mountain Dew Vibe is apparently exclusive to some place called Witch Witch. It's a lemon variant, which I've never heard of.
I have one of those places up here. It's a sandwich spot.
Well, apparently they got an exclusive Mountain Dew. You're gonna have to go check out.
I'm gonna have to go check it out. I might go later on today.
Of course, there's Thrashed Apple.
I'm on a Dew mission, man.
Oh man,
dude. Honestly, that might be what I do today. I might honestly like get in my car and just go to a bunch of different spots, trying to find different flavors of Mountain Dew.
Yo, Applebee's has an exclusive. It's a dark berry bash.
What?
Yeah, a blue raspberry and blackberry Mountain Dew.
I don't even like going to Applebee's.
Dude, that sounds good.
I'd go and just buy some buffalo wings and get a glass of that.
I miss Pitch Black, dude.
I miss Pitch Black too.
Bring it back.
Purple Thunder, of course, is now at the
Circle K's, the old Circle K.
Dew Legend is at Buffalo Wild Wings.
And I've heard about that one.
Blackberry lime variant exclusive to the B-dubs.
Ooh, that actually sounds good. Although I hate B-dubs, I would try that for sure.
Yeah, that's super interesting. And then of course you got the whole Kickstart line, and there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 different Kickstart flavors in its history. Currently there's like 4 or 5 of them that are actually on available.
Dude, they have a fandom website.
Oh yeah.
Dude, you know what? That's one of those things that's there's like people that really go crazy over like soda pop shit, man. Like people go crazy over candy and whatever, but like I've never seen somebody that has like a Wonka fucking room. There probably is
citrus cherry. What is citrus cherry?
But it's like more people are open about being like pop elitists.
Is that the Game Fuel flavor?
No, it's a regional flavor.
Oh wow, interesting.
Started like what region is that? Because I
originally started in the Game Fuel promotion.
Aha, I thought so. I was like, I thought that was a Game Fuel flavor.
But no, now it's just a what the similar flavors. Wait, no, but what it doesn't. I want to see what the can looks like. Show me what the fucking can looks like.
Apparently, there were 7-Elevens that have a Mountain Dew Blue Shock Slurpee.
Oh, it's also known as Game Blast in Sweden. I've never seen this one.
I'm not like here's the deal, right? About Mountain Dew, just in pop in general. Like I'm just over it these days. But for a long time, I would just drink like my favorites would be like Barks root beer or like Dr. Pepper or Coke or 7 Up, clearly. But like it would all depend on like how it all rolled. If I wanted a clear drink, I'd get like 7 Up or whatever. And I never really strayed that far away. I was never like a huge Mountain Dew fan, but I would never turn a Mountain Dew down.
Yo, see, like, I don't know. I always loved Mountain Dew as a kid. It was one of those things I wasn't allowed to have when I was younger either. Um, like if I did, it was very special occasion. So I think as an adult or, as a teen, so to speak, when I was able to kind of, have money and buy my own things, I was like, fuck you, I'm buying a Mountain Dew because I can't.
When I was a kid, we never really had it in the house, but anytime my oldest brother would come home, like that's what he would drink. So I was just like, oh, Jason's drinking fucking Mountain Dew. I want to drink Mountain Dew. You know what I mean? My cool older brother who's, pretty, big gap in age. It's where it's like, he was like in high school and shit when I was like, in like fucking elementary school or whatever. But anyways, it's like, oh man, he's drinking Mountain Dew and shit. I want to drink it. But my mom would never buy it because it had all the caffeine and shit in it. So yeah, similar to like you, Sean, when I was older, I was like, yeah, dude, I'm gonna drink. And not only that, I really enjoy the way it tastes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I was definitely more of like a Coke or like, Sprite kid most of the time. I'd rather have like a Coke or a Sprite. But then again, I also
Mountain Dew over Mellow Yellow all day.
Oh, I never even tried Mellow Yellow.
It's okay. It's okay, but it ain't no Mountain Dew.
Yeah, dude, honestly, a lot of times growing up as a kid, we used to drink like the generic fucking like store brand sodas because like, it was cheaper and, we didn't have all the monies. So we drank that. And dude, there's a couple, store brand Dew flavors that aren't terrible.
Sometimes I found that store brand flavors were better than name brand flavors. Like I actually like the stuff like the black cherry colas and things like that from a store brand more than like, an IBC one, for example. The black cherry from the company Surefine, which is a subsidiary of Faygo, interestingly enough, but like their black cherry soda is phenomenal. Ridiculous. And Faygo, you want to talk about cheap ghetto soda, all right? For people who have Faygo in their area, Faygo is the only company I've ever known to have cotton candy soda.
Yeah,
cotton candy.
I can't say for sure.
Cotton candy, that's weird.
Anywhere else, but like, dude, the one thing about Faygo that I just can't get behind is like it's always just like flat. It's like they don't carbonate enough for pop for me. I always just was like, yo,
it's not that it's flat. It's the fact that it's sat there that long.
Yeah, because
nobody wants it.
Yeah. Dude, I used to drink a lot of Shasta.
Shasta's got some good ones.
Dude, their fruit punch, fire. The tiki punch, fire.
Yep.
They're like grape and their orange. Yeah, they're grape and their orange. Solid. I think they even have a strawberry. Dude, their black cherry though. Their black cherry soda is actually pretty fucking fire.
So Surefine is my region's Shasta.
Okay.
The same parent company, so it's probably the
East
same
Coast, West
recipe.
Coasting. Yeah, just different names. Gotcha. Yep. Dude, this is another crazy thing because like another like cheaper soda growing up as a kid was like Cactus Cooler. You know what I mean? Which is fire, Sean.
I'm still so disappointed that is not something available in my region.
Dude, it's so good, dude.
Like, it should be. Orange and pineapple just make sense together.
Yeah, they mix so well. But like, dude, I used to drink a bunch of different shit, dude. It was honestly whatever I had in the house because like we didn't have soda often, so just like whatever was there, I would drink it, dude.
See, growing up, when I was
if I was at like a barbecue or whatever, it's like somebody's house or like at a party, I just whatever I could grab, dude. I was drinking it because I don't get it all the time.
I feel that. Like we were a Pepsi household, but like my mom and dad would be like, we'd buy one Pepsi 2 liter, maybe 2, because they were on like a buy one get one sale back in the day, right?
Oh, we always had Diet Coke in the house. That shit's terrible.
Yeah. You can't pay me to drink Diet Coke.
Oh, dude. Even as a kid,
I've never liked it either.
Yeah,
My mother's
do it.
drank that my entire life.
I will suffer through a Diet Mountain Dew if I happen to buy the Mountain Dew Zero by mistake.
Yeah, but here's the thing: it's not as bad.
But that's the thing; it's not nearly as bad. A Diet Coke is
Dude,
rough.
the only diet soda that I actually don't mind is Diet Dr. Pepper.
I'll give you
Yeah,
that.
Dr. Pepper is actually not that bad.
It's not too much of a difference or too far off from the original.
Well,
you know,
I mean,
it's got
when you
that slight
jam-
little difference, but yeah, when you
you-
slam like 23 flavors into
Yeah.
something, it's kind of hard to.
Yeah, you slam that many flavors. There's enough sweetener from the
Yeah.
flavorings. You don't have to worry about any artificial flavors.
Yeah, that was one I could do.
And honestly, the thing that slays me is that cherry vanilla Dr. Pepper is only a diet.
I've never had that one. I only like the cherry.
The cherry vanilla diet Dr. Pepper is actually surprisingly good.
I was
I
never
don't know.
a fan
They
of
might
like
make
the
it.
vanilla Coke or like the vanilla anythings. Unless it was like, root beer, because root beer is like naturally like vanilla-y.
Yeah, or cream soda.
Cream
Yeah,
soda.
I don't do cream soda though.
You ever drink birch beer?
Yeah,
No.
that's fire.
Clear root beer, basically.
I've never had it.
It's
I've
good.
had sarsaparilla.
Similar. Almost
it's
the
like,
same.
it's like a similar vibe. Yeah.
Yeah, almost the same flavor.
Sarsaparilla at shout outs to last episode at Calico, believe it or not.
Oh, I believe that.
That sounds right though.
Like
Honestly.
legit out the bottle, you know what I mean? Fucking they had the good stuff.
It's funny. I was thinking about that after that episode. And have you guys ever heard of Mesa Verde?
No.
So that's the place out in like Arizona in the desert where like the Pueblo Indians and stuff like literally like carved houses into the side of the stone to live in.
Okay. I think I kind of know what you're talking about.
I had the opportunity as a child to go there and explore that. I must have been like 5, 6 years old, something like that at the time. So clearly not old enough to fully appreciate it, but something to clearly maybe spark the mind to be interested in that stuff in the future. Super fucking cool, man, because you got to like go into the little Pueblo huts and stuff that they built in some places and actually like explore these ancient ruins basically of Native American history and culture. Super, super cool. I got to actually like walk across an archaeological dig that they had on site. Very, very neat. But I got to do that because I was with my grandfather who wanted to go on a RV trip and took me with him. And it was my grandfather who lived in California. So we sat out from San Diego and went all the way to Colorado and back.
That's crazy.
It was an experience. I got to do some pretty cool shit when I did that.
I went to this one spot on a road trip one time. I forgot what part of the country it was. I remember what the place is called. It's Merrimack Caverns. It was where fucking Jesse James like used to have a hideout back in the Western times.
Oh, really? That's
And dude,
cool.
and it was like these like caverns like deep underground where you'd have like all these like stalactites and stalagmites like fucking hanging from the ceiling and growing up from the fucking ground from like water dripping and like these little fucking bridges that they've built through it and like these like underground caverns and shit. It was pretty crazy, dude.
I remember
Dude, back then, like when there wasn't all the technology, right? And like you could actually have like a legit hideout like that, and it was like really
Naturally formed.
Yeah.
It was crazy, that dude.
I remember exploring caves like that. There's a place in New Hampshire called the Polar Caves it's a whole park with some like 30 something caves that you can actually walk through and explore. And fucking super, super cool because similar, like you're in these little areas where there's like stalagmites and stalactites and like beautiful, beautiful stuff. Some weird stuff up there though. Like there's one attraction where they do a bear show. And it's not that kind of bear show, you
Okay, yeah,
sick
because
fucks out there.
I was thinking, no. Oh,
Not
sorry,
a
no, I
donkey
wasn't even
show,
going
bear
there.
show, bro.
Yeah,
I was going with like the real bears, like where they train them, like like they.
That's what I'm
Russian
talking
shit.
about.
Okay,
I thought
yeah.
that was like really bad and like inhumane.
Yeah, so there's a place that does this, that they
Oh shit.
like they have some captive bred black bears that they do like performances with. Like I don't think they do the like stupid little car thing or anything like that, but like they do have them like, the jump through hoops and that sort of shit.
Yeah.
I do
They're not on
remember
a unicycle.
I do remember, right. I do remember one of the craziest parts of it, though, is, and this kind of calls back to that last episode and those creative reenactment things. There was this one thing where you go on a train ride and you're being chased by a crazy prospector.
Oh really?
Yeah, so like you're going through the train ride, and then all of a sudden,
There's
like
like this fucking prospector on a horseback.
yeah, well, yeah, like all of a sudden, like you cross over into Prospector Billy's fucking land, and he starts chasing you down in this like jalopy ass fucking weird, like hobbled together, fucking hillbilly car of some sort. You know what I mean? And he's chasing you, and you're, as the train goes down the track, all of a sudden, like you lose him, and then all of a sudden he pops back up in the woods somewhere else, and he's chasing you again. Shooting off his blanks in his rifle because get off my land shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember that distinctly from this attraction, and it being like the only thing that truly I remember. But yeah, that's a weird one. I feel like it was a stretch. It was like bears and some crazy guy chasing you on a train.
Yeah, they don't really work together that good, but hey.
Yeah, I don't know how they stitched the rest of it together to make it a thing. Yeah, I don't know, but I know you do a ton of road trips, Chris. Have you encountered any weird shit like that in road trips?
You know what? Okay, so a lot of the road tripping I did as a kid, I can't remember everything perfectly. Because I guess full disclosure, it was a fucking long time ago. But like I also just don't remember because there was so many trips that we did as like when I was a kid that like I can't be for sure. But I definitely get to see some like pretty unique shit. Even just like in my job, going to like some of the areas that I get to go to. Like so we're just for an example, right? So like if I get to go to somewhere it's like an hour and a half away from where I live currently, you get to like pretty far out there. Like you're getting into like nature, and so there's times that like, dude, I'll drive by like a spot that you're like, yo, that house has probably been abandoned for fucking 60 years. Right. And then it makes you like wonder. So for me, it's like I see shit that makes my imagination wonder. And like more than like me actually doing things that are physically being reenacted or that have been like tried to be remembered by like somebody. Do you know what I mean? Like you're not going to like a historical spot. You're just kind of seeing what is history and you decide what it is. Like there's this one place, okay, just as like a quick example. It's like probably an hour and 40 minutes away from Peterborough. It's like on this fucking road that connects these two towns that are both not big. The big town is like 5,000. The small town's like 500, right? But it's like probably like a 20-mile road that you're driving and it's like a 30-mile-an-hour zone. And there's dips and doodles and fucking blind corners and whatever. And there's this one place that is built right across the street from a lake. And the lake's not that big, but it is a lake, Sean. It's a lake, okay? And it's across the street from that, and it's like been boarded up, right? And I drive by it all the time, and I'm always expecting like there to be a for sale sign or whatever. And I've been seeing this thing for like 3 years. And dude, I swear to God, it looks like it's been fucking boarded up since like before I was born. Right. So like for 40 plus years, this place has been boarded up. It's like never been used. And so every time I drive by, I look at it and I imagine what it used to be, or like what it was at one point, because it kind of has like this like cottagey vibe, like where somebody just had a cabin in the woods, but it's built right on top of the road. Or it's like it has like this vibe of like at one point it might have been a small little business. So like I just imagine those things. And it's just because I don't know the history. Like I'm going to all these areas that like they weren't on my radar ever. Like growing up in like the suburbs of Toronto, you weren't thinking about, you know, a place that was 3.5 hours away where fucking like basically nobody lives. But now those things fucking drive me to get something like that.
See, you're making me think now that I need to hit up Tress Passion, and he and I need to carve out some time to come up to your neck of the woods. And you're going to have to just show us a couple of cool places, and we're going to have to see what kind of photos we can possibly pull out of
Dude, there's definitely some cool shit, because like up, especially where I'm talking about, there's like there's been like a real heavy logging industry for a long time. And there was even like an old mine somewhere out like in a different direction that like has been abandoned. So like there's definitely some abandoned places that probably would be pretty cool to check out. But I've not really ventured. I see them from the roadways, and that's kind of as far as it goes. Actually, dude, the other day, holy fuck. So I delivered to this house that's like off of this like dirt ass road in the middle of nowhere. They have like their 911 sign right at the end of their driveway. And I'm like, I don't see a fucking house. Like, how far do I have to go in? I drive in like probably 1.5 miles on this driveway, get to a gate. This gate's open. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this place? Like, the grass in the middle of the driveway was probably like 1.5 feet, 2 feet long. I'm like, nobody fucking lives here. Nobody's been here. So I fucking drive back out, and I go to like this driveway that kind of like branches off of the main one for the road. And I go knock on the door, and this like older guy answers. He's like, yeah, no, this is not that address. I'm like, well, where's this house? He's like, oh, it's back there. And I was like, well, is there anybody there? He's like, oh, I have no idea. They like, some are there, sometimes they're not there, whatever. I'm like, okay. So, and dude, I had fucking Amazon packages of all things, right? So like, I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm gonna commit. And like, you guys know me, like, I'm not really like a small person. Like I can handle my own, but I also don't love going into like random ass places because my shit is unmarked. Like my work van is unmarked. So like it's not always the greatest when it's the middle of nowhere, because people get their backs up, right? I've had like people do that many a times. So I'm like driving down this, dude, and I'm like, I swear to God, it was probably 3 miles in off of the road, this driveway. I get there, it's just this small old ass fucking house that has like solar panels all over the roof, and there's like a fresh brand new pair of like yellow Crocs at the door. I was like, I don't need a signature for this. I'm dropping this shit and I'm fucking dipping. Like, I don't fucking need this. I'm not knocking on these people's door. I'm not fucking if I can get in and out of here and they don't know that I was here, that's fucking perfect.
Bro, they're wearing Crocs, man. I'm the fuck out of here, dude.
Yeah, they're crazy. No, I wear Crocs at work, actually. Full disclosure. Love them. So comfortable.
No, but that was a clear indication, though, that there is definitely somebody there.
Hey,
if they're
man.
supposed to be or not, we don't know.
Hey, if he would have came out, put him on, and put him in 4-wheel, dude, you'd have been over.
Yeah, flip that strap up, baby.
Yeah, 4-wheel drive, baby.
But yeah, no, it was cool because like this house, dude, it looked like it was probably built in like the 20s or 30s, but like in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
I love seeing shit like that, though. Like, I mean, I don't know if I could necessarily live in something that rustic, but
that's one thing I miss about taking road trips, because we used to do a lot when we were younger. But like the last time I did it, I drove up north to go camping with my brother and sister with my family, and we drove up there, and like just like on the way up to like the fucking Oregon coast, like there's just so many spots that you drive through like once you get off the highway. And like we stopped at this one spot. I even have a couple pictures of it on my Instagram. Like we found like this old like abandoned like gas station or like rest stop thing that was obviously like had been out of business for some time. Like it had this old school phone booth outside of it, you know what I mean, with like a payphone in it. Like in the fucking had this rustic building, just chilling right there, just like in the middle of the fucking woods, you know, off this little fucking mountain road. You know what I mean? And I was like, man, like kind of like you were saying, Chris, I was like, I wonder what this was like when this place was actually like running and like people were like coming in and like, so who was the last person to actually use this payphone? You know what I mean? And what kind of phone call did they have on it? You know what I mean? Where they
what car was filling up at this pump? You know,
Dude, what kind of stuff did they have in the fucking store? You know what I mean? Like what kind of shit were they selling in there?
Dude, did it make you like almost want to like fucking not? Oh yeah, kind of.
I kind of wanted to go in.
Yeah, just
I wanted to go in. Yeah,
they got like all these like gum sticks for like fucking 1 penny and shit. You're like, yo, this place is old.
This is literally, you know, like what Trespassing is all about with his photography. It's like, I want to find a way to access the interior because I just want to photograph it. I want the
you
photos.
don't want to vandalize it. I don't want to damage anything. I want to leave it just like it was.
It's about respect and reverence. I just want to document it before it's gone. And like, that's the part that intrigues me, right? Like where I moved from in that neighborhood was the old cordage rope factory. So one of my favorite things about being over there was the fact that like I could see the old smokestack from the old cordage rope factory from my window. And like, it's a piece of history that I really respect. We really had a big hand in producing rope for the founding of this country here in this town. And that factory is a big part of this town's history. They made textiles too in those buildings. So like it was a big deal. And a lot of people worked for the cordage company at that era. And so like I myself, even in the states that they're in now, where there is literally nothing there, have done my due diligence to get in and take photos and just document it for myself to experience it. Because even though now they're just empty warehouses, like it's an experience when you're there and you're looking around and you understand that like there were machines that filled this room that did a job. And
dude, I found those pictures outside of that fucking shop.
Oh yeah.
In the old phone booth.
Dude, phone booths. I rarely ever see a phone booth anymore.
Oh man, I remember those pictures now that you're showing me them.
That was from 2018, bro.
That was the infamous trip.
That was a good one.
Yeah, dude, is that the one that you dropped your belt on?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the infamous trip.
That was the one.
Yep. As soon as I saw the picture.
The next picture after that, bro, was my dull dime like sitting on this like a log. And it was shortly after that it fell.
Yep. But that led to the really cool picture of Tim Reynolds of Dave Matthews
Tim Reynolds.
Band,
yeah,
holding your mod.
He's like, what is this?
An Altoids tin with a thingy
honestly,
up the top?
when Michelle sent me that picture, bro, I first looked at it and I thought it was somebody wearing a mask. I was like, wait, what? And then I looked at it again. I was like, oh, wait, no. Okay. That's really him. Like, if I thought, like, you know, like, I thought it was like one of those really like well-made, masks, because it kind of looked like it at first.
Well, and
I was looking at it through like a webcam, so I couldn't like see it like perfectly. And then like once it focused in, I was like, oh shit.
Michelle's also, you know, notorious for playing tricks. So
yeah, for sure.
It could have been one of her photoshops.
For real, like you have reason to be suspicious, 100%. I'll never forget when she tried to prank call me at the vape shop. And she didn't expect one thing. Our vape shop had caller ID. So I saw the name on the caller ID and I just picked up the phone and went, "Hello, Michelle."
She just felt like, what the fuck?
Literally, it was like shit. Yeah,
Do you have any coils?
And that was the next thing. Do you have any coils? As a matter of fact, I have 2. Yeah. And then what was even better was that unbeknownst to her accomplice, our great friend Ender tried to call me and do the same thing. And unfortunately, because I know his real name, the caller ID revealed it to me as well. And I was like, hello, Ender.
Dude, see, that's why I blocked my phone number.
Yeah, like if you like rule number one, if you're prank calling people in this day and age still, you need to block your phone number. Like, full disclosure, I have caller ID on my fucking cell phone.
Yeah.
Like not just like what your phone number is, like I have true caller ID. I get whatever your phone number is registered as now. To the point recently, obviously we know I've moved and I'm in communication with the internet and cable company and everything to, you know, get my services set up here in the new house. And I get a phone call from one of the technicians, right? His phone number came up as the Department of Health for one of the towns on Cape Cod, which is like probably, you know, 50 to 80 miles from me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I laughed my ass off because I saw the name on my phone when it started ringing, and I went, who would be calling me from this phone number? And so I answered.
Why would they be?
Yeah, and so I answer, and it's a technician from Verizon, and I'm like, okay, I understand why you're calling me now. I didn't bring up the fact that his phone number says that it's the Department of Health. I was like, I'm not even gonna ask why your phone number comes up that way. I'm gonna leave that.
But I was
that alone.
expecting a phone call from Verizon, so that's dope.
Right, like I did expect to hear from you, so that's good. You know, wow.
Maybe it was like his like partner's phone.
Maybe he was in the building at the time calling on their landline, which would be fucking awkward. Hey, I know I'm here working on your phone line, but can I use your phone?
Dude, he probably didn't even have to ask. He probably just like plugs it in like, somewhere as he's like testing, and he's like, "I'll make it my next phone call."
Oh yeah, well, I gotta test the phone line. Hold on.
Yeah.
You have a service scheduled for a few weeks from now, right? Yeah. Okay, perfect. Like, excellent. Yeah. All right. Well, seems like the phone line's working. I mean, I guess that's two birds with one stone.
No, that's true. Like you make sure that it's working properly, and you set up your next appointment.
You're doing good work. I mean, really, at that point, maybe you really are working at peak efficiency at that rate. But I mean, could you imagine, like, you go to the cell phone store and they go to like test to make sure that your phone line's actually activated, and they just call their wife and they're like, "Hey, babe, yeah, what are you having for dinner?" "Awesome. Yeah, I'm just activating somebody's phone right now." "Dude, you should see the haircut on this motherfucker. It's lopsided." "All right, I gotta go."
Yeah,
Right,
like
love you too. Like,
it's like, "Oh, you want me to pick up the whipped cream? Okay, got you."
and the chains? Oh. Don't worry. The clamps are in the back seat.
See, like I think that's that is like one of those things though that is such a fucking hassle when you move, man. Like getting all that shit set up and like waiting for fucking technicians to come, but unless like you get the exact service that like the people had previous or whatever, right? It's just like this fucking, it's just an added thing that sucks about moving.
Yeah.
Moving all that shit over. Maybe like the company that you had service from before doesn't offer it there. So now you're like closing up that account to start a new one. It's just like, ugh.
You know what I've been overlooking that I still have to deal with is trash service.
Oh, do you like not even know where it is? Or like, do you have to get like stickers or something?
Well, no. I can either take it a fucking 45-minute drive to the dump, or I hire a trash company to come pick up trash. And I keep
like there's not like a town ran company that gets trash.
That is even more expensive than hiring a third party.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, up here, like for me, I pay like $2. Maybe it's like $1.75 for a sticker, and it allows me to put out with a sticker on a bag that out for garbage every single week, like once a week.
Yeah, it doesn't work that way. The town charges you for the service, and then you have to go to special locations and buy specific town bags. You can't even use any old garbage bag.
Oh, I have to use a clear bag, but as long as I have a sticker, I'm fucking good.
Yeah, like I have
And
to.
you can buy the stickers at like the grocery store, at the post office, at the township office, whatever, all these different spots.
Yeah, we have to like literally go buy like town specific branded yellow trash bags to put our trash in if you're going to use that service. Meanwhile, I can just, set up my own account with the trash service that my landlord was using, and they already know the address. They'll come pick it up, and it's actually less expensive. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's weird.
Well,
because out here it's like we like the city like supplies like each house with like two cans or three if you like request another one. And sure, like I'm not sure what the fee is or whatever for them, but it's like you put your garbage in these cans, and once a week a truck comes by, picks up, like one comes by, picks up the trash, one comes by and picks up the recycling.
Yeah, for me it's like Thursdays and Fridays. Thursdays is recycling, Fridays is garbage. Recycling I don't pay shit for. Unless I like want to get a bunch of the blue boxes, then yes, but they'll provide you with one. I just happen to have a few because I separate it for like the person that comes. So I have like a aluminum one, a plastic one, then I'll like put all my plastic bags in a bag or whatever.
Dude, recycling in my town is not even close to that. That's scary. Like where I'm at, your extent of recycling is you compost in your yard, and you take back plastic bottles to a redemption center and feed them one by one into a machine that shreds the plastic or breaks the glass to be distributed and processed later.
Yeah, the recycling up here is pretty solid, but like I mean it could be better.
But
it's like by the sounds of it, it's like a lot further ahead than yours.
Well, it's weird because there are other communities elsewhere who have a recycling system like what you're talking about. My town just does not.
Yeah, there's like paper, plastic, or separate, like a.
Or maybe they do, and I'm completely uninformed because nobody I know in town has ever used it. But
well, I'm pretty for up here, dude. If you put shit out there that's not recyclable, it just gets left there.
Yeah, like here, it's in your trash bag. Nobody knows, and it gets taken to the dump or the incinerator or wherever they're taking this trash to.
Yeah.
Like I remember working across the street from a trash company who's did the incinerator, and it was interesting because every now and then you'd get explosions. Because obviously people throw things like pressurized cans of aerosols in the trash. And then it gets taken by the company, gets thrown in an incinerator in this case, and then eventually explodes. It was a weird situation because it was a restaurant I worked in. I was a dishwasher at the time. I was like 16. And like you'd just be sitting there washing the dishes, and all of a sudden you just hear kaboom from like the woods across the street because that's where their whole facility was. Fucking weird, man. And it's no surprise that restaurant didn't end up making it. It lasted like all of maybe 10 years before they shut it down. And that piece of property became like a concrete company. Yeah. Very weird. Very weird.
It's weird.
Like I just imagine that like they didn't use the restaurant building and they used like one of the other buildings that was behind it as their offices. Like I stopped there one day and took some pictures because again, talking about abandoned places, that was an abandoned restaurant I used to work at. I had to go see. But obviously it also being a business's property, I didn't want to like trespass and get caught up. So I took pictures of what I could. But man, it looked to me like they just left the whole restaurant one day. stockroom looked like it was still full of napkins and pots and plates and shit, all of that. It was weird, man.
Dude, that shit trips me out because like I've seen that before too. Like you'll see there'll be like a gas station and the gas station's probably looks like it's been shut down for like 3 or 4 years, and there's just all the fucking candy bars, all the fucking bags of chips are just still in there on the racks. Like there's whatever other shit. It's like it's
Time capsule shit.
dude, it is kind of like that, but it's also kind of like it's like an apocalypse kind of vibe, because you're like, yo, if this was an apocalypse, that should be fucking emptied the fuck out. Like, but other than that, it kind of gives that vibe. I always
100%.
think about, like, whenever I see those things, I think about Woody Harrelson when he was like looking for the fucking
for the Twinkies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like he kept. I remember they found that truck just filled with fucking snowballs, and he fucking lost his goddamn mind.
Dude, snowballs are the worst too.
Dude,
They're not terrible. I don't hate them.
I don't like them at all, dude.
It's too much marshmallow, too much of that fucking shaved coconut, which is a controversial topping.
I don't like coconut.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
A lot of people don't like it, but I do enjoy some shaved coconut, but like there's just the ratios are off for me. I need a better cake with more cream filling. I need a little less marshmallow and a little less coconut on it. Like a homemade snowball where like you control that a little bit. 'Cause, like, I get it, right? Like we're talking about Hostess and shit. Like you gotta fucking pump them out consistently. So it is what it is. But like you can make like a homemade snowball where like you can control all those variables, bro. I would tear one up. In a heartbeat. Oh man.
Yeah, I'd much rather have like a cupcake or like a honey bun or something.
Dude, there's like honey bun ice cream now.
Yeah, dude, they're doing all kinds of shit like that.
It sounds delicious.
I would definitely tear some of that up for sure. For sure.
Yo.
Dude, snack cakes though.
I just want, dude, I honestly could go for a snack cake. Dude, I could honestly go for some fucking donuts again right now.
Oh, dude. Yeah. I think the last episode that we recorded is
Yeah, before we took our break, I went and got some donuts, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Fire.
Let me see.
I might go and get some more.
Yeah, so the honey bun ice cream, the Little Debbie ice cream, is a honey bun flavored ice cream with glazed honey bun pieces and a sweet cinnamon swirl.
Ooh.
Stop it. That sounds so good.
Dank.
Ooh.
Like, and
They have other ones too.
Walmart got that shit for like $2.50 for a little pint. Like, get out of here. It's dirt cheap. And like I tried
Dude, here's the thing, man. I'm started to come to the realization that I'm might be a little lactarded, as Ashton would call it. Because dude, if I eat like a good amount of ice cream, or like I eat like a big bowl of cereal and like have like a large amount of milk, my stomach kind of just like
That's why I haven't drank milk or eaten cereal in so long. I love it. I love it.
I
hear you.
That thing.
That's why I've limited myself to ice cream mostly, because like I can't.
Like I haven't gotten sick, but it makes me feel slightly sick sometimes. You know what I mean?
I get
Dude,
it.
I don't know if I
entirely.
could survive without cereal. To be honest, I eat it Monday through Friday every morning.
Dude,
Cereal
I
and coffee.
honestly,
That's my breakfast every day.
I was gonna eat a bowl of cereal earlier, but
I didn't. I made sausage and eggs this morning. Let's go. It's so good.
Actually,
Dude, that's like my weekend treats. I make like a hot breakfast Saturday and Sunday.
Dude,
and it's
I might
because I'm
actually
just
make
grinding out
myself
Monday
2
through Friday.
hot breakfast sandwiches, Chris, because you just fucking inspired me, bro. I'm gonna scramble up 2 eggs, into like kind of like a little nice little scrambled patty sort of situation. I'm gonna get myself 2 nice sausage patties, fry them up all nice in the pan, throw them on top of them. I'm gonna get myself 2 English muffins, throw them puppies in the toaster for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Toast them puppies up. Then what I'm gonna do is grab myself a little bit of some hot sauce. I'm gonna douse the hot sauce on each side of the nicely, buttered English muffin. That way, it kind of soaks into the muffin a little bit. Then I'm gonna layer my fucking egg, my sausage, slice of some nice fucking cheddar cheese on top. fucking muffin on top. Bada bing, bada
Bro,
boom, breakfast Sammys for the win.
Cleaning up as he's making it.
Yep,
Let's
yep.
go.
Putting shit away
Listen.
as I'm doing it, so it looks like I was
Yeah.
never even there, son.
I'm about to blow your fucking mind. Ready? Get you one of these.
Ooh, dude, that actually kind of worked perfect.
Whoa, dude, that's crazy.
Because I could cook everything at once.
Boom.
And it's
Exactly.
electric?
I could do my 2 eggs right there, bro, on like the little rounded sides.
Look at
Yeah,
that.
eggs
Exactly.
right there. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
or pancakes, the other one. That's
Bacon.
And then you can put my sausages right there too.
Sausages and shit. You could put the bacon strips right here.
How
You
big is
could
this
warm
here
up your
pan?
fucking sausage gravy over on one of those sides. Ooh.
15 inches.
Yo, look at that. 15 inches. Yeah. Yeah.
I have a pretty decent sized burner too on my stove.
That thing is a game changer. I saw this shit on like an Instagram reel or something, or like a meme or whatever, and I was like,
Because,
"You
dude,
kidding me? This
honestly,
is a
that's kind
thing?"
of set up like how my stove is, but my stove's really big. And I've got like the little griddle on this inside to where like you could put like your
Like-
bacon and shit. Pretty much like how that is, where it's got like 2 burners on one side, the griddle on the center, and it's got 2 burners on the other side.
Like,
Dude,
this
that's
is just a
fucking
single
game
frying
changer.
pan, right? Like 3
Okay, everybody,
fucking
that you can't-
caddies.
For what you see, right? You can't see this, but it's basically looks like just a regular frying pan, and it divided in half, and then the one half is divided in half.
Yeah, you can
So
get
there's
one that is
3
just half if
spots.
you want.
Yeah.
Like-
Oh my god, though, that's fucking next level, dude.
Here's a square version.
Think about it. You can make a steak on one side and some like.
Dude, that
sauteed
square
onions,
one
some
would be perfect
mushroom.
there, Sean.
Here's
That's
a
where-
pot one. You could be making 2 different types of ramen or something.
2
Or
different
you
sauces.
could be cooking pasta on one side and you could be cooking vegetables
Like,
on the other.
Look at
That's
this.
next level.
Like I came across this. Here you go. Ready? 3 burger patties or 3 eggs for 3 sandwiches.
Dude, that'd be perfect. But dude, that one, where'd it go? Where'd it fucking go?
Like this guy.
No, not that one. It was one similar to that though, but it was just like the griddle, and then
This guy?
that one, the one right. Yeah, that would be perfect, bro. Because you get to make 2 little square fucking egg fucking squares. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
You know, crack an egg in each one if you want to. If you could do your little, you know, over easy, over medium situation
You
too,
just
if
like
you
make
wanted.
2 little mini omelets.
Yeah,
Whatever.
and then you got your other side where you could throw down some sausage or some fucking strips of bacon.
Yep. Exactly. Like that.
Shit.
This shit blew my mind when I found out that this was really a thing. Like, look at that
I'm
whole
hungry, man.
whole ass breakfast in a single pan. That is a total game changer for all people out there. If you want to go and see what I'm talking about, divided
Dude, look at that
frying
one
pans.
there. It's got a fucking egg, a pancake, sausage, bacon, probably what's that other shit? Baked
It's like
beans?
hash
Hash
browns.
browns.
Hash browns.
Yeah,
Let's
like
go, dude.
the
Holy fuck.
possibilities. Like when you start to think about what you could do dividing, like here's a camping style cast iron skillet that's divided.
That's perfect.
You know what I mean? Like who doesn't want cast iron? That's like literally fantastic. This is a total game changer for anybody who considers themselves a lazy cook or somebody who's trying to be the most
That's
efficient
me, bro.
cook
Because
possible.
honestly, what I'm gonna end up doing is I'm gonna end up cooking my sausage first. You know, getting that all nice and hot and fried up or whatever, and then I'm gonna, you know, set that off to the side real quick because then I'll wipe the pan out a little bit, get a little bit of that grease out because I don't want too much grease on my eggs, even though I'm gonna end up putting them together anyways. Take a little bit of that grease out, and then I throw that pan back down. Then I'm gonna cook my egg in that same pan, so I don't have to fucking, you know,
Yeah, look at
dirty another one. And then I'm
Steak and
gonna
eggs, baby.
see that would
Boom.
even be perfect too. And then after that, once I get my egg all done or like close to being done, I'm gonna throw the fucking muffin in the toaster. I'm gonna grab my sausage
Oh.
patties, throw them back in the pan on the burner on low, so it heats the patties back up a little bit. Then I'm gonna throw my cheese on top of those patties while they're in the pan, so the cheese gets a little melty too. You know what I mean?
Do you see this?
Yeah, that'd
What?
be perfect.
That's a cornbread skillet. You could be making friggin' all your kind of cakes and shit in it. Like,
Dude, you know what would be dope about that one that's like it looks like a pinwheel sort of? Think about it like this. If you were like in like a big family or you're entertaining and people were having breakfast and you were making omelets, you could literally be like, what omelet you want? And then you could add it in each individual one. So if somebody's like, I don't like onions, it's like, cool, what do you want in it? You make, and that's their little fucking pie piece of an omelet, bro.
Yeah, dude. Like some of these things
That's
are game changers.
end.
So like, yeah, I'm telling everybody that I know right now, this might be the most next level kitchen tool that you get.
Dude, I thought I was somewhere with my waffle iron, bro.
Like, I need to get one.
But that there is like more versatile.
Dude, that's like I said, I thought of you when I saw that, and I immediately thought like Chris did, like, oh my God, like how quick I can do this, how efficiently
Dude, there's
I can
so many
do this.
different things that you can make on that too. It doesn't have to just be breakfast.
Yeah, like you want to do stir fry for dinner? Dude. Yeah, like
you know, some burgers. You know what I mean? You want, if you want to like grill up some like fucking onions and shit too while you're doing it.
Mushrooms or whatever.
How about this, right? Like you get your 2 burger patties and your 2 little holes, and then in the long stretch, that's where you're toasting your buns.
Dude, or you're making some fucking hot dogs, bro. Growing up a little some peppers, some onions, and bacon wrap your dog. You know what I'm saying?
100%. Oh yeah, like that. Yeah, blew my goddamn mind that that's
options. A thing. There's a lot of options, dude. You can make, dude. Think about it like this: you can make like a grilled bacon. I'm gonna start over again. You could make a grilled cheese with bacon, right? And instead of like having your bread in that fucking gross bacon grease, because that's not my thing. You could literally cook your bacon on the one spot, have the clean section to then cook your sandwich after the fact. And it's just you cleaning one pan after, instead of you dirtying up multiple pans. And now you're like, fuck.
All right, talk grilled cheese again, right? There's that one that has it just split down the middle, okay? So you could literally be heating up your tomato soup if you're a tomato soup person on the one side while you're grilling your cheese on the other.
Yeah, I'm not a tomato soup guy, but I totally
Neither am I.
I totally see that though.
But like, still, like if that's your style, you can be doing that. You could be making 2 grilled cheeses for you and your lady at the same time, or your man. I'm not here to judge. That's not my thing. Whatever is your pleasure.
And here's the thing too. We totally get it. Yeah, you could totally do that too if you just grab another pan, yada yada yada. But why when you could do it with one?
Right. And I mean, that's all.
That's all I gotta say.
Like I love it for the idea of breakfast sandwiches.
That's all I've got to say about that.
I want it for just breakfast sandwiches alone. The fact that I'm
totally making a breakfast sandwich too, and I'm probably still gonna go get donuts too.
I'm doing mac and cheese after the show.
Ooh,
so
what kind of mac and cheese though? Because I know you don't do just standard mac and cheese.
Yeah,
bro. You don't do that. We don't do that fucking regular plain shit.
So like everything's from scratch, and we do a full scratch cheese sauce, and this time it's gonna be what is it? A medium cheddar, a mozzarella cheddar blend that we like, and then there's a 3 cheese crumble which has, I think it's Monterey Jack in it as well as like cheddar and more mozzarella. So we're gonna get a lot of that nice stretchy pull.
Yeah,
buddy.
You're not throwing anything else crazy in it?
No, I think we're keeping this one simple. I went ham
like
on the red sauce.
I was expecting like some pulled fucking brisket or like some
like
fucking
pork shoulder.
Or like some fucking leftover fucking ham from the other day that you got chopped. Dude, I love a nice like honey baked ham, and then you chop it up the next day and then throw it in your mac and cheese, bro.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I love that shit.
I was honestly gassed to find out that they make just a bag of like chopped chunks of ham, like little
and then you throw it up in the frying pan a little bit beforehand, get a nice little kind of char going, get the juices kind of going, and then you toss it in your fucking mac and cheese, get it all nice tossed up with your fucking sauce, your cheese that's thrown in there, toss it in I love baked mac and cheese, bro. Baked is the best, is the way.
Isn't that the only way? Like,
yeah, it's for me, it's the only way, dude. And I don't like the little small like elbow macaronis either. I like the thicker, thicker elbows, the bigger ones, or like bigger
the
noodle.
Traditional ones, not like the craft version.
Yeah, the ones that actually hold a little bit of that cheese and like whatever else you got going on with it.
I'm going to be very controversial here, and I'm going to say that in general, most baked mac and cheese is garbage. And the only reason I'm going to be this controversial is because my quintessential complaint is that it's never wet enough.
Oh, you
when they
haven't had
bake
my
it.
mom's.
Yeah, you haven't
See,
had
well-
good mac and cheese, bro. What the
Well,
fuck?
stop.
That's the
Well,
last thing
so
I was
Your
just
generic,
about to say.
generic. Like,
Let me
generic
finish. But
baked
this
mac and cheese.
this is the thing. You got to let me
The
finish
mom's
on this one.
recipes are the shit.
There are so many people out there who make and serve a baked mac and cheese, and it's always way too fucking dry. And what needs, like, when you make a good baked mac and cheese, because obviously we're mac and cheese connoisseurs in this house, we make a fire baked mac and cheese
Dude, add a
here.
little bit of some condensed milk in there too.
Yeah,
you know
like
what I'm
you
saying?
really need to make sure that it goes in super wet so that once it's done baking, it's not dried.
You got
the
a
fuck
nice
out.
crispy
No, dude,
top.
You gotta, when you
Crispy
get it, out,
layer
you
on
gotta let
top,
it
and when you
set,
get a
too.
scoop, you get all the nice and moist,
Right.
noodle, and a little bit of, you get the extra stringy sort of cheese,
The other thing I noticed that most people fuck up is that they cook their noodles all the way before they bake it, which you need to par cook them so that they finish cooking and you actually have some chew, so it's not just a whole bunch of mush in there either. Because I see that a lot of times, like
The only thing I hate,
restaurants
man,
and shit. Like,
this might be
not cool.
controversial too. I hate when, like, I'm not a huge fan of like super crunchy, like fucking top. Like, I like when like a nice crunchy layer of cheese, but like if the noodles are like fucking crunchy and it feels like they're not fucking done, I hate that shit.
I agree.
Hate it.
Dude, I don't. Yeah, I don't even know how many times I've experienced that.
It's usually only when you get like a really edge piece where it usually happens, but like
Yeah,
More-
it's like,
I
even
can't
like
stand
for
it.
me, when I grew up, my mom would never put cheese on top. She would just put breadcrumbs on top.
But well, that was the thing though. The breadcrumbs.
Yeah, I'm not a
protected it.
breadcrumb fan really.
I
On
love
top,
them
I just
because
like
they're
I
crunchy,
like an extra layer of cheese on top.
because like all the fucking grease and stuff from the cheese that cooks inside of it just makes those like breadcrumbs like crunchy.
The-
so good.
The
They're like
real
the big
answer,
chunks of
the
bread.
real answer is to do both. You mix the breadcrumbs and more shredded cheese, and you put both on top because then it's the best of both worlds.
Yeah, I'm not the hugest fan of the breadcrumbs. I just rather like the cheese. And dude, one thing I like too is like when you just like it's not mainly just like you don't just shred your cheese and mix it in there, but you actually throw like chunks of it in there. You know what I mean? So you get like little as you're like scooping
I've
it,
never had
you
that
get like
before.
my mom does it, dude. She like cubes it up and like throws like cubes on top of like shredding it and mixing it in with it, dude. So it's like not only do you get cheese within it, but you get like chunks amongst. So every now and then you
Dude.
just get like a nice chunk of like whatever kind of cheese she used, because you use like 3 or 4 different cheeses.
Shout out to Mama Jenkins. I'm literally gonna save some of those crumbles, and I'm gonna do that tonight because I want to experience
throw some of them
that.
in there, bro, and then every now and then you're
Yeah,
just gonna get
dude.
like a nice extra cheesy bite.
That
dude.
sounds
and it's
so genius.
Yeah.
Because just lets it
Especially
goo
when you
out.
do it with the little ham squares too, Sean, because then it's like you get like an extra cheesy bite
Whoa.
with a little bit of that ham in there too. So it's like, oh yeah.
So
dude.
like obviously my wife is all about the right pasta as well, and like yeah, you can't use baby little elbows. We won't even use big elbows when we do mac and cheese. Tonight she's using farfalla, which for people who don't know what farfalla is the bow tie noodle.
dude, those are I like that too. Dude,
that
I enjoy
holds
boy tie.
so much cheese. It's
I like that when we
awesome.
do, like, I think we talked about it here when my mom used to make that pizza pasta situation. Because
Oh,
like
yeah.
those would be fire for that, because you'd be able to get a nice amount of sauce, and then you can get your pepperoni and your little ground sausage or whatever along with the bite. Oh yeah, fire! I want some of that right now.
Oh my god. Yeah, I that was actually the first meal we made in the new house. My wife was like, "I want you to make a red sauce. That's what I want to be the first like real meal we make at the house." So the first Thursday I had off, I went grocery shopping and like again, scratch type stuff as best as like I'm not scratch type stuff, but I went and I bought the San Marzano tomatoes. Like I got the good tomatoes, you know what I mean? Like I went ahead and cooked the whole chopped onion, then cooked out the tomato paste with it, then added my San Marzanos, cooked them down a bit, then hit it all with the immersion blender. So it was super fucking smooth. From there, I had a pound of ground beef and a pound of sweet sausage. That all was fried up and everything, added in, and then it just slow simmered for 4 hours. adding spices and herbs until it got exactly where it should be to taste right. Mwah. Chef's kiss all day.
Yeah, dude, for real.
All day. So good.
That
It was,
sounds delicious,
like,
man. It sounds
perfect.
delicious.
Like, it was a perfect
fucking
first
jelly.
real meal in our new house, and it was awesome. And like, dude, can I just say how crazy it is that I'm now sitting at a dinner table again?
Dude, I was about to say, like, how does it feel like just having space?
It's
Just because, like, I know you guys were like, you guys didn't have like a super small like living quarters, but it wasn't
it wasn't big, yeah,
by any means either.
From a
So like,
condo
how does
to a
it feel to
house.
like have like actual space to kind of move around? And I'm sure like now you got so much space, like it's like you go somewhere and just like, okay, what am I even gonna do with this? What am I even gonna put here? Like, why? What?
Like, it's like I was saying in the last show, like there's so much room, and it's literally overwhelming because it's like there's other work to be done, and you're looking around and you're like, all right, well, what do I do with all that space over there? How am I going to utilize that? Well, I guess it doesn't matter right now anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, does something need to go there? No, not right
really.
now. So cool. All right.
Yeah.
What about here? Yeah, we could probably put a light there. That might be a good spot for a light.
Honestly, one of the things that like I'm kind of like excited to get to is I've got a project for myself that I want to do where I have a huge solid wood entertainment center, and it's not practical anymore to be using it as an entertainment center because today's flat screen TVs won't even fit in the compartments on this thing. So I started looking at it and I was like, you know what? If I were to just cut this middle section out, I would turn it into 2 pieces of furniture. I'll have like 3 cubes that like I can either stack vertically or horizontally, and they can be used for storage in some way. And then I'll have this really nice like 6, 7, maybe even 8 foot, I don't even know, wide tabletop counter space area that I could like put in the studio or something, and it could fill an area there, and it'll have some shelves underneath it, and it'll be nice and usable, but it'll be a second piece of furniture, and it'll make both pieces way more manageable than the current one unit, right? So I'm really excited to get to the point where I can free that up to actually do that, because like I have a perfect place in mind to throw that piece of furniture down here, and everybody knows what I'm going to do once that piece of furniture is in place, is put a fucking aquarium on it. So
yeah, let's go.
That's what I was about to say, Sean. How stoked are you to start like getting your aquascape situations all ready to fucking?
Yeah, dude. I mean, the big space behind me is ready. I've got to get a stand, because one thing is,
are you putting that big tank behind you so I gotta get to see it on
my 4-footer is going to be behind me? Yes.
I feel like that little kid like in the Pittsburgh Penguins fucking gif.
Yeah, I'm super excited to do it. And it's like the best part is that I've learned so much in the last year and a half or so of doing this stuff that like I'm thinking this out very thoroughly. So like,
yeah, it's allowing you to almost like get that fresh start with all that knowledge.
It's exactly what it is. So like, one of the things is like, I already know I'm going to put the stand in before I do the floors down here, because I want the stand directly on the concrete floor and not on the laminate floor, so that it doesn't damage the laminate. And so that if I ever drip water around it, I don't have to worry. It's not doing anything to the laminate flooring. It's going to be right on the concrete. So like, I've already thought that through. I got to get the stand in to do that. Once I've done that, there's a technique I've learned that I got to use to build my terraces, so I can start to get my base height up. And that way, when I start to fill it in, I have the correct flow, because I'm trying to go for a nice U shape. So I have a lot of open space for the fish I've picked to swim. But yeah, we're going to fill it with rummy nose tetras.
Oh, nice.
Because they school like crazy. They're fearless. So they're just going to be constantly going back and forth all the time in the tank. And it's going to look awesome. So that's where we're starting with that guy. I've got to go get another big canister filter so that I can swap the media from the current one I'm running on the 30 into that canister, because I'm running a 60 one set for a 60 gallon, and I have it turned down halfway to run my 30. So I'll take all that cycled media to get that bitch up and running. I'm going to be using plants that are coming out of... I've already got plants that are coming out of those tanks as well that are already fully seasoned at this point. Like my little 15 is so seasoned now, it's almost on autopilot. I just like top the water off. It's crazy.
Dude, that's like the perfect thing, right?
It's awesome. Like, feed them every couple of days because like I keep the bio load down. The plants do great. Like, I actually probably should feed them a little more because I have some plants that aren't keeping up anymore. But
yeah, you need more waste created.
I'm gonna stick some root tabs in it and call it a day. And actually, that won't matter because of once I start building this, the Amazon sword is the culprit anyway. It's just gobbling nutrients in there because it's huge. Once that comes out, everything else will keep up again. It'll thrive.
I don't know, dude. One thing I will say is that I'm pretty excited to have an aquarium in your background. Honestly,
I'm glad.
That gets me pretty fucking pumped.
I'm glad to hear it because like I'm excited to do it. My wife's excited to do it. Plus, she knows that like eventually I'm gonna put another one upstairs in the living room at some point. That's just we already know where we want it. I just got to get to a point to do that. Because like the 30 is actually in my kitchen. Or my dining room technically. Which is kind of cool. We literally can sit there. The tank is right there, and I'm looking at the plants. So like I can drink my coffee at my dining room table, and I see my fish tank, and it's awesome. And like now I'm like I finally caught up with the world. I've got Wi-Fi timers on the lights, so I don't even have to think about them anymore.
Oh, perfect. Dude, lights on timers is fucking clutch.
Well, GE has all these fucking smart plugs now. So like there are so many things in my house now. I'm like, that would be pretty awesome on a smart plug. Then I could just turn it on and off with my cell phone and the app. That'd be really awesome on a smart plug too. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, there's like a million things. You're just oh my God.
You got lamps in your house and shit that you want to just turn on no matter where you are in the room. You can just click.
Dude, no matter where you are, period. If you're like on vacation, you're like, yo, we gotta just fucking do this. You're like, pop the fucking radio on. And that is fucking on, and then I can turn it off at some point.
Yes,
so like, you can. If they're scooping by, you're like,
you can schedule all that shit absolutely. So it actually seems like all of these things are going on and off. Like people
you just pull like a constant Home Alone.
Yeah, beat me to it. That was exactly what I was gonna say. It's like you're doing the Home Alone bit.
Yeah.
100%. Yep. Dude, it's sick. It's sick that this is the technology we have access to now. And like you can just walk into a Lowe's and buy these smart plugs for like $20 and your shit's now running on your fucking phone like that. I dig it. Just about as much as I dig Mountain Dew Spark. Mountain Dew, pay me for that, please. They're like,
yeah, for real.
Get fucked, you nobody podcaster guy. Thanks, guys. We'll get there one day. No, I don't know. It's gonna take federal legalization of cannabis before Mountain Dew can fuck with us.
You think so?
And we talk a lot about weed on this show, man.
Yeah, no, fair. Like we do.
But
we got to be like adult rated. So like Mountain Dew, they're cool with people doing adult shit.
I mean, they coming out with an alcoholic dew, man. So
yeah,
get in the weed game.
So I'm saying, I think when we get federal legalization, then we could possibly see Mountain Dew fucking with some shit like us.
Imagine Mountain Dew, just like you could get Baja Blast with fucking
Baja Blasted, bro.
Yeah, Baja Blasted. Grab that shit up.
Hey
Oh
man,
my
I'm giving you
God.
free
Tastes
fucking
just
shit
as good
here,
as
Mountain Dew.
but you get fucking blazed.
Dude, I want Baja Blast gummies. I don't even like gummies because I don't feel like they're really worth the effort, but Baja Blast gummies would be delicious. Oh man, I would just eat them for the sake of eating them for the flavor. Like, oh no.
A Baja Blast THC seltzer.
I want the seltzer game to stop. Like everybody's on the seltzer
They're
train.
too much, man.
Oh
They're too
man,
much.
there's like I work in the industry. Like my store literally sells the #1 and #2 selling seltzers in the country. And on top of that, we sell others. And it's like, when are they going to stop? Like, I just want like some weed sodas, please. Like, can I get a weed root beer? You know,
dude, a weed ginger ale.
right? Right? Like that's all. That's orange soda. Can I get a weed
dude, or
orange
a
soda?
grape soda even? Oh my god.
Like that's what I'm hollering for. I need that, and you know what else I need? How can they make me a bag of Doritos or something?
They do.
I was just gonna say, bro, you just
Dude,
need those two combos.
No, but
dude,
they can do it in
Poppin'
other
chips.
states. They can do it in other states.
Yeah.
We can't do it here because we have a 5 milligram serving size limit.
Oh.
So how do you make a bag of Doritos? It's 5 milligrams. You can't.
It'd be like two chips.
You just have to put on the back serving side is one chip, and you'd have to leave it up to the fucking consumer.
Right, and the state's never going to allow that, and that's
because
the
out
problem.
here, dude, you can get like Funyuns, fucking hot Cheetos, like whatever.
Yeah, dude.
There's
Maine
all
does
kinds
it.
of different shit.
All the other states can have that shit. We don't have a way to do it in our law and the framework of our regulations, and it sucks because like I'm not that into the sweets, but like I would love to get some like more savory things going on, you know? Bag of pretzels with some fucking weed salt on them. Let's go.
Dude, there's a lot of different things that I could just be like, yep, that'd be good.
We do have infused dried fruit, which I think is an awesome move in the industry.
Dude, imagine getting like, you know, like those they're kind of like the cheesy style, but they're made out like an onion ring and it's got sour cream and onion flavoring on it.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine having that with like GMO.
Right, the terpenes and everything in there. Oh my god,
GMO onion rings.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god, they'd be fucking so good.
Like we're giving $1 million ideas out right here, right now for the weed industry.
Yeah, you're welcome,
dude. Oh my god,
Hit us
GMO.
up if you want to pay us back.
GMO terpenes on a onion ring style chip. Oh, stop it! That would be a banger. Smash hit. Ooh, in the eyes of infusion. They do have in the savory world out here the infused hot sauce, which I am definitely a user of that.
See, how's the dosing on that?
So the way that they dose that as a hot sauce is they give you a dosing spoon. The idea is to
and then you just
measure
throw
out
the
your
spoon away, and then you just use it.
So yeah, I don't use a spoon, and I just
you
put whatever I
throw it
want
away,
on
and
it.
you just
Because
So-
but it's 100 milligram bottle.
Okay. Back with your fucking Cheeto thing, bro. What if you get a bag and it's got like this little fucking slot where it only dispenses the serving. You know what I'm saying?
I think you just gave me another idea for that, which is how about we just make 100 milligram infused cheese dust, flavor.
Yeah. And then you fucking
and then we have our little measuring spoon that we can.
But then you say fuck it, and you just dump the whole fucking thing on your bag of whatever's.
Exactly.
On your fucking popcorn. Ha! Dude,
Yep.
you know what I'm talking about? The little cheese powders that you get for your popcorn and shit.
I was thinking about popcorn 100%.
Fire.
Yeah, 100%. I think that is a way that Massachusetts could do it.
I'm down.
Like that might be a way. Because I like that. Because
Dude,
not only that,
I even thought about too, bro, is like those little fucking drink, like the little singlet things that you pour in your fucking waters.
we have those.
That'd be cool.
We make plenty of those beverage enhancers and drink mixes like that. We've got them out here, which
I
is
feel like those would be cool for like fucking like CBD and stuff like that for like those sorts of like.
there is one that I carry. It's like a 1-to-1, and it actually uses sativa terpenes in it, as well to try to like help with the flavor and to hopefully give you some effects from those terpenes, which according to the science so far has no effect, but that's neither here nor there right now. But they do have things like guarana and all that in them to like give you a little bit of extra like oomph, which is cool. They also do infused hot chocolate, which
I
I
haven't
think is
had
a
hot
good one.
chocolate in a long time, dude.
Oh, it's a staple in my house, man. Gotta have hot chocolate. Sometimes at night, I'm like, I could use a warm beverage, but it's 10 o'clock. I don't want to drink coffee right now. Hot chocolate.
Yeah, I used to like hot ciders too, like a hot apple cider.
I got a few of those pods too, man. Take your pick. I found some fire hot apple ciders out there. There's some like weird little no-name brands where you look at their
Dude,
package
I like
and you're
the
like,
ones that you can go get like the jug and then you fucking just like pour it in your cup, pop it in the microwave for a little
yeah.
bit.
I never really liked apple cider that much. It's fine, but like it's just
I
never
enjoy it
really
from time
that
to
big of
time.
a fan.
See, I love apple juice, apple
Yeah,
cider,
I'm a big apple juice guy.
pie.
Dude, you guys just reminded me too. I've got a fucking a quart of fucking orange juice in the fridge. About the fucking dude. I like some nice fresh
Is it low
OJ
pulp
too.
though?
Yeah, I think so.
Like
I
it's
just
not
grabbed
like
whatever it
home style,
was.
like fucking heavy pulp. That's shit's too much.
I
for me.
like some pulp. The heavy
Yeah.
pulp is too
Yeah,
much.
I don't mind a little bit in it. That's why I'll either grab the low pulp or just like whatever. I don't go searching for like the fucking thick shit.
I mean, a little bit of pulp is good for you. That's the
I
fiber and stuff.
I won't have
but-
to chew it. You know what I mean?
Exactly what I was gonna say. I don't want to chew the orange juice. Thanks. That's not for me. Maybe maybe
that's
if I'm
how you
making
know
a
it's a nice
cocktail.
natural orange juice. I don't like the super concentrated shit.
I'll fuck with the pulp in a lemonade sometimes, and that is
Yeah, I don't mind that either.
Ooh,
Like
I don't
that's
mind it
that's
as
part of the reason
much.
why I like In-N-Out's pink lemonade so much, is because it's like an actual like lemonade with like little bits of lemon.
Yeah, a little pulpy action.
Yeah,
I don't mind it in lemonade as much as I mind it in orange juice, but I still wouldn't want like a real heavy pulp lemonade.
no,
Right.
me either.
Like, but I'm cool with it being there. It's just not heavy.
I don't know, man.
I'm
'cause,
looking
like,
for more.
what is the simply lemonade there? Like you pick that thing up after it's settled, and you have a fresh
Yeah, it's
bottle,
got like a
there's,
little
like,
bit of
there's like a thick
dude. Their
layer.
raspberry lemonade is actually pretty fucking good, dude.
Yeah, the raspberry. There's a mango one that they've did once.
Ooh,
Mango
Really?
lemonade
that would be fire.
is a banger. Mango
try
iced tea banger. That
Dude,
was
it's
from the
crazy,
Simply
man.
iced teas. Ugh.
Like it wasn't until like to the past few years that I really got into like mango flavored stuff. Like I enjoyed like a few mango candies growing up as a kid, but it was always like the Mexican candy with like the chili powders and stuff on it that we would always used to get when I was a kid. And then just recently I started just trying more mango flavored stuff, just like mango and like drinks and fucking, obviously vape liquids and, different other things. And it's like, dude, this is pretty fucking good shit, dude. Like I enjoy it, but I have yet to have just like straight mango by itself, like actual just mango. Like I've had like, like the dried mango, the freeze dried mango slice that you get at like the fucking gas station. Those are actually pretty good, dude.
That's all about all I've done. I've never eaten fresh mango myself,
Yeah,
but I've had it.
I would never be against it.
in like a mango margarita.
I've had it in like a smoothie.
Yeah, mango
Yeah, dude,
puree.
I've actually had it like fresh, like cubes of it. It's good. It's like a really different texture though than like most of the other.
I feel like
fruit
it'd be
that
kind of
people
like
eat.
creamy, sort of.
Yeah, it's kind of got like it's like ribbony smooth almost. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it kind of like I don't know. It's hard to
Yeah,
describe.
it
I
seems
think
like a really dense gel.
Yeah, it's like very
almost.
dense. That's probably the best description. It's like very dense cells. Like you know, in an orange or whatever, like an orange, for example, you have like the all the cells are like actually fair size. Like they're like half the size of a pea or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Where like on a mango, they're probably like the size of a pinhead. Or smaller, probably like the tip of
I feel like it's slightly firmer than a banana.
No, see, I wouldn't say that necessarily. But it is definitely firmer than a banana. But the consistency is different.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying the consistency is the same, because I could definitely see a banana definitely being a little bit more mushy, but that one definitely being a little bit more firm, but still has like kind of like, because I feel like it's real juicy at the same time.
Fuck.
You know what I mean? And that's where the banana differs. The banana is not a juicy fruit, really. It's just like a real like kind of mushy like. Whatever.
Bananas are weird too, because as they age, they change so rapidly that like they get super sweet at one point, but they get super starchy at another point. So it's like you really have to like know the ins and outs of when the perfect time to eat that banana is for the flavor you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
And who the fuck has time to be a fucking banana specialist?
Dude, I honestly, as long as it's not fucking like black or like super fucking brown all over it, I'll eat it. Like if it's got a couple little spots on it,
Yeah, when it's more dark spots than yellow, I'm not touching it, and like that's when it's the sweetest, I guess.
Honestly, that's honestly when it tastes the best. Though. That's honestly when it tastes the best.
Always like brown bananas are the ones that
dude, honestly,
not always, but you know what I mean? All the baking that you traditionally would have.
I don't mind eating banana when it's still got like a slight bit of green on it, because it's usually a little bit firmer and it's a little bit more enjoyable, because I don't like it when it's super, super mushy. But then like I don't mind it when it's kind of like at the edge where like the green's kind of faded, but it's starting to get like the little bit of, you know, brown on like the stem, and it might have like a couple spots here and there, not like all over, but like a couple little, you know, darker spots on it, because that's usually like when it's got a nice amount of sweetness to it, and it's not as like you were saying, Sean, like kind of like starchy, kind of just like, you know, whatever. But it's also on that verge of getting too mushy for me, to where it's like, this is
that's it. That's the weird science of it, right? Is that like the starchiness that you're feeling at the very beginning when it's still slightly green is now converting itself into sugars in its ripening stage. And so when you catch it at that right point, you're getting that nice sweet flavor. But at each point, there's different minerals and vitamins that are lost. So like if you're eating it when it's greener, you're getting more of like the fiber and other vitamins there. And then as you move further in, you're getting more of the potassium. And then as you move further on, you're getting just the sugars and things. So it's kind of like a unique plant. And here's where I guess I'm the banana nerd and know way more than most people should ever know about a fruit. But yeah, this is what I get for reading random articles in my downtime.
Hey man, it happens to the best of us.
That's why I am the king of fact or fiction, because I know weird shit like banana facts.
Yeah, it's like the bananas that we know and love today aren't even the real shit.
Correct. Also, I think it's interesting that pineapples are not actually grown on trees. They're a bush.
Huh.
Yeah, most people think of pineapples growing on big palm trees. It's not the case. That's coconuts. Palm trees are actually a bush.
Like a lilac bush?
Yeah.
Well, no, like it looks like a palm, obviously. You've seen the fronds.
It's just a smaller version of a palm tree.
Yeah, but
it's just more like a bush.
Palm tree.
Yeah.
It's a bush.
But dude, I was tripping out right now because I was sitting here and I was like, man, I smell something, dude. Like I could smell, like I was like, smells like someone's cooking something. I'm just like sitting here tripping. I'm like, because I'm the only one in the house except for my sister, who I thought was still passed out. I'm just sitting here, what the fuck is going on? And I texted her like, "Are you cooking something?" Because I'm sitting here doing the podcast. I could smell it right now, and it's kind of got me tripping out because I don't know if something's burning or what. And she's like, "Yeah, I'm just cooking." I was like, man, I must be really fucking hungry, dude, because I could smell it like it's like in here.
Dude, We just spent like 20
And we
minutes
were talking about
food.
dude, and honestly, I started smelling like, like peppers and onions sort of thing. Like we were talking about like fucking hot dogs with
you
peppers and
should have
onions.
fucking messaged your sister and been like, yo, make sure you leave some for me.
Yeah.
Like, am I having a stroke right
Like,
now?
fuck
No.
those
No, I was
sandwiches,
tripping.
no.
I was honestly tripping, dude, because we were talking about food. So I thought like I was just smelling it because we were talking about it.
That'd be good.
Oh man.
Welcome to the Smell Time podcast.
Yeah, dude. That's what happens when you have too much shed time
Man.
this early in the day.
Well, shit, man. On that note, I'm looking at the clock, and we are getting down to that time. So, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us on another wild adventure here in the shed. Yeah, this one blew by really fast. That's what happens when you have so much shed time.
For reals, dude.
So, yeah, we're going to pass it around the room and say goodnight. And Uncle Chris, it's on to you.
All right. Well, thanks, everybody. Hopefully you guys appreciated the fact that we were back last week. I know that we were happy to be back and be in the saddle of recording again. So appreciate it. Of course, if you guys, enjoy what you guys hear and you want to just be able to help us help you enjoy the podcast even more. Of course, you can go to patreon.com, Shedtime podcast. And with that, you can watch basically live video of every episode that gets recorded. We have a Discord. Just you can come check it out. It's pretty chill. And as for YouTube content, you can check me out on Tuesday nights on KVTV's YouTube channel for Mixing It Up. Just 4 dudes mixing it up, e-liquid, that is, obviously, and kind of just chatting away. And then, of course, you can check out me and the gentleman here on the Frame Shanklin Vapor YouTube channel for the Green Room, Friday nights at 8 o'clock. Lastly, I will just pimp my shit, and I'll say, if you want to try any of Uncle Chris Testing Grounds, some UC Testing Grounds e-liquid, go to unclechris.testinggrounds.com, use coupon code Shedtime. And I think that's everything that I want to say this week. So everybody be safe, have a good week, and we'll catch you on the next one. James, take it away.
As always, guys, thank you guys for tuning in and hanging out with us. We appreciate you guys' support. Again, like Chris says, go check out that Patreon if you guys want to, kind of help support us a little bit more. By no means do you guys have to, but it is greatly, greatly appreciated. And of course, you do get a little bit of some exclusive content, some great discount codes, and why not? Just go over there, go check it out. Of course, you guys can also check me out on my YouTube channel for some vape reviews, some builds, and stuff like that. So over there, Frame Shanklin Vapor over there on the YouTubes. And of course, you can catch me here with the boys doing the damn thing in the shed, which is one of my favorite things to do. It's one of my favorite times of the week. And with that, I'm going to end it as I always do, sending out all those positive vibes, crisp high fives. And as always, little dabble do you.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So with all of that, everybody, you guys know what it is. ShedTimePodcast.com is the place to be for all the links to all the things. So go check it out. With all of that, you know what I'm going to say. Don't let the basket get you down. Be cool. Don't be a dick. And whatever it is that you do, be sure to have some fun. Time for us to roll on up and roll on out.
Live your best life. I forgot to say it. Live your best life. Fuck. I right after I said it, I was like, yo, I don't say that on this show. What the hell? How did I just do that? I'm out of fucking practice. Last time I didn't forget.